One morning while I was eating breakfast, my dad was watching videos of the Vikings football team. There was a game coming up in the next couple of days, and my dad had previously talked about going. We really wanted to go, but it didn't seem realistic because I had school and my parents had other things to do. While watching the football videos, my dad finally said that he really wanted to go to the upcoming game and he was going to buy 6 tickets for my family to go. When I got home from school, I packed up my bag and we were off to Minneapolis. On the way there, we had to stop in Grand Forks, North Dakota to pick up my sister Rachel and her boyfriend Adam. When we were just about to Grand Forks, we got a phone call from Rachel. On the phone, she told us that Adam had proposed to her that night. We got to Grand Forks and picked up the newly engaged couple. After a long drive, we were finally in Minneapolis. We met up with my brother Adam, who had flown in from Arizona just to come to the game with us. We ate, shopped, and got a good night's sleep after a long day, and prepared ourselves for an exciting day ahead of us. We woke up the next morning and got dressed up in full Vikings gear. We headed out of the hotel into the U.S. Bank Stadium. It was a divisional playoff game between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Whoever won that game would go on to the last playoff game before the Super Bowl. The Vikings were in the lead for almost the entire game until towards the end when the Saints began to catch up. With 10 seconds left, the Vikings were down by one touchdown with a single chance left to score. Every Vikings fan in the stadium had almost lost hope, and knew that we needed a miracle in order to win the game. Little did we know that that miracle we had been praying for was about to happen. The quarterback Case Keenum threw a 61-yard Hail Mary pass to Stefon Diggs, and somehow Diggs caught the ball and ran into the end zone for a touchdown. It was a Minneapolis miracle. Even though it was an exciting night, Rachel and Adam's engagement was even more exciting and meant for a year full of planning. They decided to get married in Minot, North Dakota on December 29, 2018. Over spring break in 2017, my mom, Rachel's soon-to-be mother-in-law, Arliss, and I went to a wedding dress store in Arizona. Rachel did not find her dress there, but she would go on to find it at Marry Me Bridal in Minot with my mom, grandma, aunt, cousin, Arliss, and I. Over the year, we went to see decorators, went to taste testings, and shopped for bridesmaid dresses and groomsmen suits. Finally, it was December 29th. The big day was here, and it was going to be very busy and very exhausting. We woke up and headed to the hair salon, where all the bridesmaids got their hair and makeup done. When we got all done with that, we went back to the church and got dressed, and we waited for Rachel to get done putting her dress on. We walked into the room where Rachel was, and all stood there stunned at how beautiful she looked. We brought Rachel to the first look site where Adam would see her for the first time in her wedding dress. We took group photos and soaked everything in before the wedding started. It was time for the wedding to start, and we couldn't have been more nervous and excited at the same time. The bridesmaids and groomsmen walked down the aisle and waited for the beautiful bride to make her way down the aisle and up to the front of the church. We all tried to hold back tears as we saw her walk down the church with my dad. We went through the wonderful service, and during it I sang a song while Rachel and Adam completed a sand ceremony. Rachel and Adam said "I do," kissed, and the ceremony was finished. We headed off to the reception. At the reception, we danced, ate, mingled, and had a wonderful time. Adam's brothers Romans and Miles gave speeches, and I did as well. Everyone clinked their glasses, so Rachel and Adam constantly had to kiss. We were all so exhausted by the time it was over, but we were so happy with how the day went and knew that it would be one that we would never forget.